perfect on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. They find themselves trailing on the scoreboard, but it certainly hasn't been because of what they've been able to do at the receiver position. Another pistol look here. Second half begins with a run from Miller. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
This is complete. It's Baldwin. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And able to find John Brown. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He finds his man, Baldwin. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
False start. Offense.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He's got time. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way.
And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Sterling Moore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeAndre Levy from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Time for a break. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Hester. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting set to go again here, the Saints and Drew Brees march out there again on offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Marcus Peters was the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year in the 2015 season, and there was a big reason why. We just saw another example there. Late game, he goes up, picks the ball off, finishes things off, a victory for his team.
You mentioned the 2015. What a start to his NFL career, and another nice feather in his cap there. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Pressure comes as he gets this one away. Look at this spin.
Balance.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on offense. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
What a tremendous play by the defensive line. Instead of getting too far upfield against the draw, able to hold their spot and make a big play in the backfield.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it fourth down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.